Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Katie, and this is The Housewife Did It.
Pop Culture Edition. And it is clearly the same day that we recorded next week's True Crime thing because I'm wearing the same shirt.
Of course. Just got a cute little bun going this time.
Yeah. Katie, would you like to give us any insight on what the people have to look forward to next week now that you've fully immersed yourself in chimp culture?
Yeah, I really think you should all come join us next week. And I think it might be worth to join us on YouTube because Mary had me jaw to the floor gagged.
And we kept showing each other pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. And my jaw to the floor gagged has not stopped since because I immediately left this recording session and went and got some additional media. I'm just taking it all in now.
Yeah. We need to make like a mood board.
Yes.
With like the for real monkey from Christmas and like Marcel and like Blackfish and just all of the weird things that we connected to in that time.
We should start doing mood boards for the episodes. I think so fun. Like,
I think so too.
Can you guess what it is?
Right. That's what Normal Gossip does that every week, and I never know what it is.
Yeah.
The mood boards are so
and I love
vague.
I love collaging on Pinterest.
True.
One of my favorite hobbies, so. All right, friends. This week, I have no tidbits because everything fit very neatly into their own universe. And I'm obsessed with this. So, regular housekeeping, you should like, subscribe, comment, share, and use our code Mary788 for every Jewels, EVRY Jewels, to get some money off your jewelry.
Yeah.
I stole that part from Mary.
Yeah, she did. I was just about to say that. And we might have some codes for you to get money off of our merch.
Coming
we might
soon.
Not.
Today
because next week we'll say the same thing and we won't.
But you better listen, folks. Maybe I'll just stick it right in the middle of some episodes.
You never know.
You just never know. All right. First up, Bachelor Nation. Sam McKinney, the keeping the main thing guy, which is all I know about him or need to know about him, has hard launched his relationship with Allie Joe. Allie Joe also posted some things and said, I didn't realize I had been deaded.
Nobody did, because nobody knows what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I deaded it. Colton Underwood is hosting a new dating show called Are You My First? For people who are virgins. And I saw a clip of like the first episode, and basically he like sits all of the contestants down. He's like, I was once a virgin.
Once.
And here you all are, virgins. And he talks about like basically that there's a different level of pressure being a virgin on a dating show where typically no one else is.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, y'all have it like an advantage in that everyone here is like even playing field, so to speak. Will not be
even more pressure. Even more pressure when you're on a dating show with a bunch of women and you're a virgin and you're gay.
Yeah.
Also, poor Sean Lowe is just constantly being forgotten about as the first virgin bachelor.
He was the OG. Yes.
And I know we talked about this, that I guess we found out later that he was like a born again virgin. So maybe he wasn't. But whatever. Come on, guys.
Yeah. I even think
and also what great progress to break the social construct of virginity, guys. We're really moving forward here.
Like literally, like Sean Lowe and Ashley Iaconetti are like who I think of when I think virgins,
Uh-huh.
Bachelor Nation virgins.
Or that girl that had never even kissed anybody.
Yeah, Heather. And then other people think of like Colton Underwood and Maddie Pruitt.
Mm.
And I'm like, no.
No.
They don't count because one of them is gay.
Yeah.
And one of them is psychotic.
Yeah. Thinks it's hilarious to spank her children. Right. Hilarious, actually.
Hilarious.
I actually do want to say here, Hannah Brown's wedding is possibly aesthetically my favorite wedding that I've ever seen in my life. It was so gorgina.
Mm-hmm.
I could die. That's all.
Yeah. I also want to say here, fuck Maddie Pruitt.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think like literally
just had to get that out there.
Let's just go ahead in that clip where they're like, we're gonna spank Hosanna, and he's like, I can't wait to spank Hosanna. And then he's like, and then they literally go on about how it's biblical, and like Maddie's like, she's gonna understand, like mommy doesn't want to do this. And I said, no, she's not, because she's gonna go listen to your podcast.
Right.
And she's gonna hear you and her daddy talking about how they're so excited to do this. And she's not gonna think that you didn't want to do this.
Right. Is it not punishment enough that her name is Hosanna?
Yeah, come on now. Anyway.
Come on.
Moving right along.
Ridiculous.
On Perfect Match, Rachel and Clayton end up matched up after he convinced her that she must be there for a reason, and that they're both very different people since the last time they were together.
Did you see somebody said Clayton saying there's a reason they're both there, as if it's fate and not a producer?
Yeah, there is a reason. It's this right here, actually. Yeah, he's like, if I have to hear this dude say I got my intuition one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose my mind. He's like, I just gotta trust my intuition. Like, there's gotta be a reason for this. We're different people. And then he said something, like, I didn't watch Clayton's season. I remember that I went back and like watched kind of the end, but I didn't watch it all the way through. But he said something, and he'll talk later about some editing he disagrees with, but like, he said something about how he didn't, when he left the show and fans were talking about how him and Rachel should have been together or were like meant to be together, now he feels like he owes that because maybe he just missed something.
Yeah.
And essentially, like, but then later he blames like the edit of Perfect Match and of The Bachelor for like making it seem like he did these things. And it's like, so is it the edit that made fans think that y'all were perfect together? Or were you like, I don't understand. And so he basically convinces her, as soon as she walks in the door, he convinces her not to be with Freddie, our funeral director from Love Island UK, who we love. He convinces her to match up with him and share a bed with him. And then the next day he says, I don't think I have to trust my intuition.
The same intuition?
Yeah, and she said, I don't understand which intuition. And he's like, my intuition was wrong yesterday, but now I had to trust my intuition, and this isn't going to work out between us. And she started crying, and she said, you have done this to me for the third time. She said, our relationship has ended now for the third time.
Third?
I know. And I don't know what that's about. But then I was like, maybe I'm forgetting. Maybe when she went to Paradise that one year, maybe she did tell us that they like tried again. I don't remember, but I think they did. I feel like I remember like videos of them like after him and Susie broke up. I don't know. But this is their third go, and she said she said sorry to my mom. Before it even happened. But then after, she was like, it's good to know that like this relationship is absolutely done for the rest of my life. And I was like, yeah, please.
So was she like interested in him again? Like, was she into it?
He did a good job of convincing her. Like, I don't think she was at first. Like, she didn't think that was an option. But then when he said, she was like, she was struggling a lot, but she was like, I don't know, like maybe he's right. Like, maybe we owe it to like seeing it. Also, happened at the same time that Freddie was like choosing to match up with someone else. So like her options were dwindling. But yeah, like he basically talked her into like, we should give this a chance. And then the next day was like, right. And she was like, not a fucking again. But he went on the Viall Files later saying that he didn't like the way the show was edited. And then other than his intuition, there were some other factors that led to him ending things with Rachel, but he will not share them because she would view them as an attack specifically because they're coming from him. He's playing
you dump someone 3 times, they might have some hard feelings.
He's like,
on national television too.
She's not gonna trust what I have to say, so like, I'm just not gonna. She's not gonna believe that my intentions are good. No, she's not. What are you talking about? Nice. Yeah, what? Rachel also went on the Viall Files and she said basically she cannot believe that he did that to her again. Her biggest concern was that he would hurt her again the same way he had before, and he did. She also said basically like Clayton came into this wanting a redemption arc. Didn't get it.
Too damn bad.
Yeah, it was also so I guess that's another part of it. So he broke up. Did you watch Perfect Match ever? Do you know any of okay. So it's like gameplay too. And basically like he had won a competition which was going to give him power to go the next day into the boardroom where they have 4 new people that they can assign dates to other people. Like they can start messing with other relationships. And he didn't say this, but Clayton had yeah, it's fun. Clayton had the power, and then he dumped her, and then he went into the boardroom and he was like, now would be a really good time for like me to go on a date. And then they showed them the only 4 options were a bunch of guys. And he was like, fuck. So then he's a nice guy. So he sends Rachel on a date, but that means that now there are 2 new guys in the house and no new girls. And so that night they like, if you read about the show, like they'll say like, and then Clayton chose to leave. No, Clayton didn't choose to leave. No one liked him anymore. And he dumped Rachel and he knew the writing was on the wall. And so he left. Like,
yeah.
He had no choice.
So is she with the guy she went on a date with?
No. Oh. She was then, but
is she with anybody?
Like in real life? I don't know.
No, on the show.
Yeah. She's with somebody right now. Okay. She's had some good, like after Clayton, there were some good, like it was fun to just see her like have fun, and she was like making out. Which other people were telling Clayton that, like they were like, Clayton, you're very serious, and like I need someone that I can have fun with at least sometimes.
Yeah.
Like Clayton is so like literally they played this game and it was like, what would you name what do you name your dick? And his said safe and secure. Clayton.
Yeah, I think
people said like womb raider.
I think we got like a good glimpse of how seriously he takes life when he started posting those dancing TikToks, and the second somebody said they were silly, he was like, "Yeah, you're a bully, and I hate you."
Yeah, and I think
this is unacceptable.
People also keep talking about like typically Perfect Match is only like Netflix people, but now they have Love Island. They have someone on from MTV, and then they have 2 Bachelor people, and people just keep saying like Bachelor is serious. Like people from Bachelor, like they want to get married. Like those are serious people. And like, I think that's like fair, but Clayton is like a whole nother world of like everything is so big of a deal, but I can't stand him. But Clayton not having any luck with the ladies. So that's good to watch.
Is Susie on Perfect Match?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. I think you should watch it. It's fun. It's like, I haven't watched any of the other, like Too Hot to Handle or Temptation Island or The Circle or anything else that's like game show-ish. So this is the most, but I think it's fun. All right. Now that money is also involved in Bachelor in Paradise, the strategy has fully taken over. I felt originally like this was going to be a good thing for the franchise because obviously like Paradise has kind of been not that interesting the past couple of years. But I feel like it came at the worst time. This season was starting to pick up and like the relationship drama itself was starting to be enough. And now it's like we're not talking about any of that anymore because
Yeah.
it's switched to like gameplay.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to watch Brian and Parisa still have to be there, but because people think they're a weak link and they should keep them in the
Right.
game. Like that sucks.
Yeah.
So I kind of hate it right now.
I don't like that they're not bringing in any new people. Because I feel like that could still like be part of the gameplay.
Right. I thought that, I mean, I think that you can do that eventually, but like you didn't have to do it as soon as you announced the money. And I was saying to Billy, like, and this is like, I don't know. I was saying like, I kind of thought they weren't going to do rose ceremonies anymore either. I kind of thought they were saying like, you're locked in with your person.
Right.
And like, that's it. But it's like, now they can all switch around, which is like good. It's like another factor in it. So that's nice. But it's like, and this is kind of what's happening on Perfect Match right now toward the end is that like, but they already all know each other and they've already kind of decided like this is only friendship or like I'm not into this.
Right.
And like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah.
Jonathan might try to go for Kat again.
Sure.
But if she takes the bait, then like Leia and Dale kind of have to be a couple now. And I don't know that either of them want to be a couple.
And they haven't told us how the money works, right? So we don't know who decides, like, is it America? Is it the other house guests? And so it's like,
is whoever has the most points.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know if it's like the other house guests, like maybe you want to switch to someone who the house wants to see you with, but it's like other than that, like maybe the strategy is worth like switching to someone that the house wants to see you with, but other than that, like you're not going to win the money if you've not been together very long. So it's like at this point, it's in everyone's best interest to just ride it out and stay with the person they're with, and like that's not that interesting. And the way that they did the elimination was like pretty brutal.
Yeah.
So this week, Gary and Leslie went home, which was sad.
Yeah.
But as far as the Goldens go, I do think they're probably the biggest competition. So like, but I don't really think that that's why.
No, I don't think so either. I think she did it because she didn't want to piss Parisa off.
Yeah.
She really had me going when she called Leslie and then was just like, I'm so sorry. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
How dare you?
No. I was like, Leslie, because I had already seen who went home. So when she called her name, I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then plus, she said, come up here. And I was like, no.
Right. Plus, I think that, like, I don't even think that they ended up showing Parisa get the rose and give it to Brian. I think they just kind of moved on.
I mean, he's the last one. So, like, oh, yeah, because I thought that was interesting. I mean, obviously, we knew it wasn't going to happen. But, like, when Leslie left, Gary just walked out. And it's like, but what if Parisa wanted to give Gary her rose?
Yeah, you never know. She doesn't like Brian anymore.
Yeah, fuck Brian.
Yes.
He's so stupid. Okay, next universe. Bravo stuff. Coming to this season of Special Forces, we have both Teresa and Gia Giudice. Mother-daughter duo. Who will win? Good stuff. And we have Brittany Cartwright, which also I'm like, it's going to be entertaining, but typically like people that are on Special Forces are like villains. Yeah. And like have some like reckoning to deal with. And so like I feel like Brittany's is just going to be sad.
Yeah.
I'm fleeing my abusive ex-husband. I would rather be here.
Right. Like Tom Sandoval got sent there as like his penance for cheating on his girlfriend of a decade with her best friend, and now Brittany has to go after being tormented by her
husband. Her a break. Who is your PR team, Brittany?
Right. Brandy Glanville tried to remove her face. I don't understand what she thought was going to happen. Tried to remove her facial parasite, who is named Caroline Manzo,
Okay.
by using Nair on
Did she
like
think it was
hair
just on the
removal
surface?
on her entire lower face, and ended up with like extreme chemical burns from like basically like her nose down. Again, I don't know
Her
what
face
she
was already hard
thought.
to look at.
I know. I don't know what she thought would happen, but she was saying that like that it irritated the bottom of her face enough that the parasite has moved up to her forehead now.
It's running away from the Nair.
Like, yeah, it was
Wait,
like,
so
this
it's
is
working?
too spicy. And I'm like, where's it gonna go though? Like, it's not coming out, you know?
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't understand, to be quite honest, I don't understand how she's had this facial parasite for so long and no doctor's been able to remove it.
Yeah.
Like, if
What
it's
is
just crawling around under her
Was-
skin, why can't you get it
Yeah.
out?
Was that a medical recommendation? Just like bug bomb your face and eventually it'll run out of one of your crevices? It's just gonna
Right,
come
like-
running out of your eye to escape the Nair.
Right. Like, I don't understand. I would not ever think Nair would remove something internal.
Yeah.
But okay.
Please don't like
You know, like,
Nair
desperate
your
times-
cooch to get rid of a yeast infection, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
desperate times
begging.
call for desperate measures, I guess, but like also like it like clearly says on the Nair bottle not to use it on your face, not to use it on your cooch for that matter. Like, it's very clear.
Yeah.
Again, desperate times call for desperate measures, I suppose, but like, what did you think?
Yeah.
I just don't have any sympathy for Brandy Glanville.
Yeah, no, she's a strange one. There's this girl on, I'm loving this. This girl on Instagram, her entire Instagram right now is just audio clips of her listening to Sheena's book, saying, if I have to hear this, so do you. And so far, here's what I've learned. Sheena has never been a follower. She has always been one to forge her own path.
Of course.
Rock on, sister. Her first pregnancy with Brock was not on purpose. They were not trying, which, yeah, yes, duh. But it was a result of Brock's poor reflexes. And that Nick Jonas was so nervous to pull her by the hand in her infamous pizza girl scene in the Jonas Brothers Disney Channel show. She said, he was a 16-year-old boy and I was a 23-year-old woman. So I like totally understood his nerves. Girl.
Okay.
She also, in an interview, she was asked what life looks like for her, or is going to look like for her after Bravo, and she said, more Bravo. So we can look forward to that.
Cool. I also have been listening to those videos, and I have never heard a longer list of name drops than the one of her celebrity hookups. And I think what got me about it is that she gets to the end of the list and then just
suddenly
says,
the
like,
names stop.
Right. And then she's like,
two actors from The Notebook.
And I was like, no. Like, you've already made a long list.
Yeah.
Like, we have the time now.
Yeah.
Please
and
further indulge us.
Yeah. Not Shamar Moore, please.
Took me out. Like, are you kidding?
Jesse Metcalf is like, oh my god, I'm never gonna hear the end of this.
So is John Mayer. He's like, how is this worse than Dear John?
Yeah, Jesus Christ, take me back to whatever year that was.
I miss the Speak Now era.
Yeah. Even the Speak Now Taylor's version era, I'll take it again.
Yeah.
On the Valley reunion, Jax, I like hesitate to say this, but I want to say, like, on paper, Jax took more verbal accountability than ever before. It doesn't mean we're buying it. It doesn't mean we're Jax fans. But Brittany's saying things like, you manipulated me. And he's saying, yes, I did. And they're saying things, and he's like, I have a need for control. I appreciated Andy saying to him, like, you can have control of your life if you start to get in control of your actions.
Right.
And like,
you don't
yes.
need to control her life.
Yeah.
Your life is spiraling.
Yeah. He is apologizing plenty, but like always following up. Like Danny's just like expressing hurt, and the whole time like Jax is like, well, I'm so all I can say is I'm sorry. I apologize. All I can say is I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And it's like, that's nice that he's not being like stingy with the I'm sorries. But like we've known Jax to do this thing that like, I'm so sorry, and if you don't want to be my friend, I get it. And it's like, that's his way. Well, on the one hand, it's like, sure, that's good, like, acknowledge.
It's giving, oh, I guess I'm just the worst mom in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, if you don't want to be my friend, I totally understand, because I did something bad to you. And that sounds like accountability, but it's also his way of saying, like, I'm not going to change anything. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to grovel for your friendship. Right. Take me
I'm not going to give what you need for us to be friends.
Yeah. So, but on the train of like apologies, it was nice to hear Nia and Danny say that Jasmine can bring up Danny's sexual harassment as often as she would like, and that he will continue to apologize every time. Because, like, obviously, I think that's fair. Like, and I get that, like, I do feel weird about Jasmine's, like, flip-flopping. Like, on the show, she was like, why do people keep bringing it up? Like, we've already squashed this. And then now on the reunion, she's like, I wasn't over it. And it's like, okay, but like, that's fine. If you've changed your mind and you are not over it sometimes and you're over it other times, like, great. But this has led me to a thought about these shows in general. I've always thought that this was annoying when humans do this. If anyone, but like, it happens a lot on these shows. But like, when you apologize for something and then like someone brings it up again and you like refuse to apologize a second time, like, then it's giving I'm not sorry. Like, if I'm actually like remorseful for what I did and I like feel sorry about it, like, there's not like a limit of like one-time apology.
And it doesn't have to be like another sit-down conversation. Sure. Like, you say, like, yeah, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, I still can't believe I did that. I still feel bad about that. I'm still so sorry about that. I will apologize to you again. But especially on these shows where it's like, the hurt is like staggered, right? So there's like the time that it happens, then there's maybe the time you have to talk about it on camera, then there's when it airs, then there's the public opinion of it, and then it just keeps going because it's always being talked about. So like, if Danny wants to keep being mad at Jax because he brought up whatever, like, he can do that because it's still happening and you're still talking about it. And people do that every year on every show. They get to the reunion and they're like, well, we've already talked about this. I've already apologized. Do it again. Do it again. Jesse did the same thing. He said, I've already apologized to Michelle. Said, no, you didn't. But he's like, I already apologized to you for calling you a hooker. And everyone's like, apologize again. Like, who cares?
Right. Would it kill you?
If you've already said it,
if you've already said it, it shouldn't be so hard to say it again.
Yeah, it's not like you're having to work up to being sorry. Like, you said you're already sorry. So like, just say it again.
Just vocalize it.
I need these people to be okay. I get that like they feel specifically that way about Jasmine because of like the level of what happened. But it's like, I've just always thought that in Bravo in general, it's like, and sometimes you'll see it, like, I feel like on the new Roni, this happened a lot. Like, they would be like, as I watched it air, I called her and I was like, I know I've already apologized for this, but I want to apologize again because like, this is awful to watch. And so it's like, or like, maybe you need to apologize for a confessional or like whatever. But I think it's so crazy when they're like, no, I've already said it.
Yeah, they're like, I did it.
I did it. We already did it.
Yeah. So Janet says, and we're going to get more of this on part 3. But Janet says that Danny has continued to like make women uncomfortable, harass, or sexually assault them, even after his conversation with Jasmine and Melissa. So I think last pop culture we said like he's apologizing, he's having that tough conversation. He obviously can't undo what he did, but like he's doing more than Jax has ever done by like apologizing and like sitting down with them and being uncomfortable through that conversation. But do we believe that what Janet says, that there is no changed behavior, that there is a pattern, and that he apologizes, but then he does it again? Nia says it's not true. We won't get the receipts until the day this airs, that Janet says she has, of like her accusations about the Super Bowl. Who do we believe? Who do we believe?
I believe Janet. I think like
because obviously I can't believe a man. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah, and like I get like there's a reason for Nia to say that's not true, but I know we can't completely judge people on the company they keep because like these are also people that are still kind of friends with Sheena and Lala, but like Janet is very, very close currently in real time, very, very close with Ariana. And it's like that to me like means something. And I think that like while Janet is like annoying and like messy and whatever, like I think that she's like right a lot of the time. Like I would be very uncomfortable if this person who had sexually assaulted my friends was now coming into the closet alone with me and shutting the door behind them and drinking secretly.
Right.
Like I also think like I was very, very frustrated by Kristen getting so mad about the word sexual assault being used, and I understand like they're on TV and like whatever, but it's like we're also adults and we know that that is what happened. Right. So like saying the word like doesn't actually change
using
anything.
the correct definitions.
Yeah, like that is what happened. And so I think that like I don't know that it is obviously a pattern and it makes it concerning. If you told me like Danny seriously would never do this sober, like maybe I'd believe you. Like I don't know him like that. But like my thing, I feel so much for Nia, and like I get riding for your partner and being like I know their character and like I don't care about whatever. How you have not said like I'm so sorry, honey, but like if this is what happens when you drink, you cannot drink anymore.
Right.
Like is astonishing to me.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not saying he's like an awful like just serial molester, like that's his character, but this man cannot drink alcohol. Or at least not drink alcohol in public. Like because if this is what's gonna happen, like sorry, like no, he's committing criminal offenses when he's drunk, so like that needs to stop.
Yeah. And also my thought, I agree. I think I wholeheartedly believe Janet, to be honest. I don't know what it is about how Janet looks at that reunion, but she looks so good. I just have to believe everything she said.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, yeah, Janet's never been wrong in her life.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot. Hate her? Weird.
Yeah, no. If you hate Janet, you're crazy.
Stupid.
I get everything Jason is saying. I understand why he's so about her now. But my other thought is that if we're believing Janet, then it to me makes the like Jasmine can say it however many times she wants and we'll keep apologizing, like makes it like really icky because it feels very like rehearsed and like very like media trained, and like it makes me wonder if like that's something that like Nia said to him is like, hey, like you did this, so this is how I feel about it, and like they're just kind of repeating it. But then if we're saying that knowing that he's still doing it, then like it becomes not like validating for Jasmine. It just becomes icky and very like calculated and like
sure,
you know, rehearsed.
Yeah, and it's like, if true that it's not true, right? Like, if Leah's right and it didn't happen, then I obviously understand the frustration that Janet keeps bringing this stuff up.
Yeah.
But there's like reason to believe that it is true. And so I think like, yes, like I understand that they're trying to differentiate. Jasmine, who it happened to, can bring it up as much as she wants, but Janet doesn't need to keep bringing it up. But it's like, at this point, Janet is bringing up other people and like,
who aren't there.
Like, who aren't there, who aren't on the show, who don't have a platform, who maybe aren't in front of your face all the time. And so, like, frankly, like, she's speaking for the girls.
Yeah.
She said on their behalf.
And we have to trust that.
Yeah, I know we're not allowed to like Janet, but oh my God, do I love watching Jason defend her.
Yeah. That's my king. I love Jason.
Obsessed.
He's so funny. And also, he rides for his woman. And I'm into that.
He's starting to like cry and he's like, you better not. I was like,
yeah. And she's like, Jason. And he's like,
yeah. Final Bravo thing. Apparently, Lena Dunham pitched a Scandival movie to Andy Cohen.
Yeah. I mean, she is on a roll right now.
All right. Big Brother stuff. So, I guess Catherine doesn't find Riley creepy because now they're full on showmancing?
Yes. So, there's this man on TikTok and he posts about Big Brother, and at this point his page has almost entirely become dedicated to like clips of Riley and Catherine, where this man says Catherine is like clearly creeped out. Like, he starts each video with like it's kind of aggressive actually. He's like, starts his video with like, watch how Riley sexually assaults Catherine and she tries to run away from him. And then when you watch the videos in that frame of mind, it does kind of seem like she's trying to get away from him. And so people at one point, one of the first videos he posted about this was of a conversation Catherine was having with someone where she was saying that Riley makes her uncomfortable. And she said something about like not wanting to be alone in a room with him. And so when that video kind of first came out, people were calling for Riley to be removed from the house. But over time, it's become clear that it is now somehow mutual. So some of the clips that this man has shown include Riley cornering Catherine in her room. One where she's at the bathroom sink and he grabs her from behind and like almost like puts her in a chokehold, and she's like trying to like brush her teeth, and he like won't let go of her. And like, again, they like each other, so I'm not saying that like he's doing something wrong by that, but like homegirl's trying to brush her teeth. And then in that same clip he hugs her and grabs her butt. Then there's another clip where they're in the hammock and he tells Catherine that he's going to get a tattoo dedicated to her, and that one she says like, oh no, don't do that. And then he says it again, and she said, I guess if you're going to make a mistake, make a big one.
Okay, queen.
So I think it's clear that he is more into her than she is to him. But also, people, including myself, are questioning how this woman who introed herself as a raging feminist ended up with this dude. Like, somebody said, how did the raging feminist end up with the most mid-Republican looking man I've ever seen in my life? And like, fair. I do think, I mean, I don't know. He's had his nails painted since day one in the house.
That's true.
You know, I don't know what he'd be doing.
When he was all into Mickey.
Yeah, but he he has also been calling the other women in the house bitches. So
Mm-hmm.
something's not adding up. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Riley, he did go absolutely bananas when
Yeah.
his HOH was hijacked by Mickey.
Yeah, I think again, I think that I think I heard on a live feed that he called Mickey a bitch after this. Also though, asking them to fess up was ridiculous. In
Mm-hmm.
what world? In
Mm-hmm.
what world?
Mm-hmm.
And then saying, "You lied to me. You lied to me." She said, "Yeah, that's the game, babe. Like,
Yeah.
you lied to me." She's like, "I wasn't lying to you."
Yeah, and it's like I guess I understood like he was trying to say like if I could keep my HOH and have my letters and whatever and you fess up like I'll keep you safe. But he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like making that clear to them. Like you got to go with
Yeah,
a deal. Like you got to say
right.
like I promise like I'm not mad. I won't be mad. I
Yeah.
promise that like I won't like but he just was like, "Tell me."
Yeah, he's like, "Tell me, this is some snake shit. Like, tell me who it is." Like, obviously I'm not gonna tell you now.
Yeah. You're scaring me.
Right.
Mickey said, "I didn't lie. You didn't ask. You didn't interrogate me very well."
Right.
What the hell was Ashley thinking trying to change her vote after the fact? Julie said, no, no, no.
Yeah, that was insane. I want to see like kind of what happened afterwards. Like, did production have to talk to her? Does she know which vote was counted? Also, like, I was even shocked by and Julie Chen Moonves has since posted a TikTok where she said that she is still recovering from this live eviction because she said it was the most chaotic live eviction that she's ever seen. That she was like, they should not be like stopping to talk in the hallway. She should not be taking that long to cast her vote. No one comes back and changes their vote. Like, and so yeah, I was shocked that like nobody came over an intercom and said something to them when they were stopped in the hallway for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was also shocked when that Julie didn't like tell Ashley like you need to vote right now. Like she let
Mm-hmm.
her sit there for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And then
It's crazy that
just went
Ashley
back into the
physically left
hallway.
the room and then thought she
Yes.
could come back and just say, sorry,
Yes.
I messed up.
Right. Like she left, had another conversation in the hallway, and then tried to go back into the diary room and recast her vote. Like that's crazy. And I was shocked that nobody said anything before Julie had to say no, no, no.
Yeah, yeah. Wild. And then Will
Crazy.
comes in and sits down. He's just like, I don't know what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess another check-in, because I feel like things change so fast. Who do you still like on the show right now? Whose game is going well, bad? What'd you think about this week? Thoughts?
Yeah. I'm over Catherine, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I still like Morgan. I love Ava Pearl and I love Lauren. I love Mickey and I like Ashley, but that eviction had me kind of like turning my head sideways at her. Now I feel kind of embarrassed to say
Mm-hmm.
I like her.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said if this is your lawyer, you're going to prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I actually am really enjoying watching Rachel's gameplay though because she has so many like good ideas as an alum and I feel like they're almost wasted on this cast. Like
Yeah.
last season's cast would have killed it with Rachel in the house, but like she's it almost seems like she doesn't necessarily want to win, but she's
Mm-hmm.
like trying to help the people she cares about win and she's like giving them like here's what would be a big game move. She's like
Mm-hmm.
telling them like this would be great on your resume. Like
Yeah.
and they're not listening.
But I think
And
she's
I
doing that
feel
on
like
purpose because Adrian said that like a lot of the reason people are keeping her around is because they know that the jury will not vote her to win a second time. And
yeah.
so they want to take her to the end. So I wonder if she's playing up like I'm nothing but a benefit to you. Like I'll just help you with
Yeah.
your game, you know.
Yeah.
But
I feel like with this cast she could actually win again.
sure. Yeah.
Uh like I feel like they might let her do it.
Yeah. Do you have any live feed insights for us?
Of course. Um One, Ava asked Jimmy to help her stage a fight because she wanted attention.
Sweetie.
Queen. And when he started it, she said, no, I changed my mind because her actual fight with Keanu took it out of her and she did not need the performance anymore.
She said
It was
that was too
so
much.
funny. Yeah.
Like in front of people, she said,
Yes.
never mind.
Yes. He like came out like yelling at her and she was like, no, don't worry about it. Like I changed my mind. And she went outside and somebody said like, what was that about? And she said, oh, I had asked Jimmy if we could stage a fight, but then I had a real fight and now I don't want to do it anymore. And they were like, what?
Barely.
Yeah. Rachel and Keanu continue to get into it. Like they are literally always fighting. Like we saw.
And he's like, you're who I would hang out with outside of here. We would be such close friends.
She's like, no, the fuck we wouldn't. We saw like a preview for next week where they get into a fight while Rachel's cleaning the shower. And like, but it like literally is constant. So the other day they got into it while they were working out. So remember Rachel said she wanted to keep Keanu because he was her personal trainer, but then he said that he agreed with the people who bullied her on her season and it was so funny and now she doesn't like him. But they still work out together for whatever reason. And he said they were talking about workout routines and he said something about how it's not safe for pregnant women to work out or something. And
to
she
do
said
like a certain movement or something.
Yeah, and she said like, well, they just shouldn't weight lift, I think is what she said. Something along those lines. And she disagreed. And he said, like, well, I've trained several pregnant women, so like I know what's safe for them. And Rachel said, yes, but I have now been a pregnant woman twice.
I have been several pregnant women.
So I think I might know. And they just went back and forth and like he wouldn't drop it. And then she went up to the HOH room and started complaining. She was like, this man is insufferable. Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
You know, like, so it's just a lot of that, to be honest. That video, they showed the clip where Catherine is telling Riley she likes him and Ava's in the background swinging. There's another view from the live feeds from like Ava's side of the backyard and she's like, talking to herself and she's like, I just love this swing. She's like, I just love swinging it, like, and they're like staring at her like
magic carpet ride.
She's like, and people are like, yeah, I love my STEM time too.
Yeah. I was literally watching her and I was like, Riley's being a little like, he's like, oh, I can't kiss Catherine, and I'm like, she's busy over there swimming. Like she is not worried about you.
You could kiss Catherine and she would literally never know.
Yeah, she is. The soundtrack to Aladdin is playing in her head.
Right.
She doesn't know what's going on over there.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I do also think that Vince is playing really well.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I like Morgan, and I like Morgan and Vince, and I think the Lauren and Vince thing is like also interesting. So like I think I like Vince.
I do have another live feed thing. Apparently Rachel made a comment about how Catherine and Riley, Lauren and Zach, and Morgan and Vince were all in the HOH room having a triple date. And they were like, oh my gosh, like, don't say that. And she's like, but it's like true. And so like everyone thinks that those three are like pretty like clearly into each other. Maybe not like a showmance, but that's like a thing.
Sure. Interesting. I wasn't viewing Morgan and Vince as like romantic, but
yeah. Have you seen all the stuff about her and Zach?
Morgan and Zach?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen the stuff, but I
basically
he
like
likes her.
He doesn't like her.
Oh, okay.
Basically like Morgan has a crush on Zach and according to him,
Oh,
she was like
yeah. He
making
said,
him really uncomfortable. Like she was following him around a lot, and he likes Lauren. And so I wonder. So there was one day when Lauren was HOH that Morgan went into the HOH room, and Lauren and Zach were talking. Like they were sitting on two separate things. Like she was on the bed, he was on the couch, they were talking, and she said, "Oh, never mind," and like left, like Morgan did when she saw them talking together. And so I wonder if like she's like trying to be over him, and
sure.
now she's interested in Vince.
It'd be even worse if she knew that Lauren is Vince's other final two.
Yeah.
Er. All right, let's close it out. Back to tradition. Let's close it out with Love Island. The Love Island universe. Because it's not even on anymore. Starting off, there seems to be some beef between PPG and Huda's new man, who is from The Perfect Match and Too Hot to Handle. Yes. Temptation Island? No, Too Hot to Handle. Essentially, they just don't trust his intentions. This has become a big deal. I don't really care. I think the reason it matters is because Louis Russell was previously friends with Miguel. Miguel made a statement on Instagram, and it was so long, and I was like, oh my god, he's finally breaking his silence about Kenny.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I read this whole thing, and then I was like, what the fuck? I don't care about this. I didn't really understand it because I haven't been following it, but like essentially just like defending his relation, or like defending why PPG is mad at Louis, I guess. So whatever. Apparently people wanted that clarity from him, so thank you, Miguel.
Yeah. Basically, he was just saying like that through this, people have been commenting on his and Leah's relationship and saying that like Leah's a hater and like he's not sticking up for his friend. And so he basically was like, don't come for my girl, first of all. And secondly, me and him are not friends anymore because something is fishy about this.
Yeah.
Which I respect.
Yeah. Also, Louis absolutely sucks. He calls his dick Big Ben. And there's like a clock ding every time he talks about it. Thank you. Perfect Match. So before our last pop culture episode was posted, but after we recorded it, Janae and Kenny had seemingly called it quits. People noticed she removed his name from her bio. She deleted all of their pictures. And she and all of her friends, including the boys, unfollowed him on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's antennas were up. But what had fans confused was that there were literally still remaining stories up on Kenny's page because they had been together the night before at David Dobrik's birthday party. They were posting stories. Kenny was drunk. They were having fun, dancing, all the stuff. So then next day we wake up, he's removed from her Instagram, wiped clean. So that was weird. Rumors start swirling. First, people think something must have happened at or after the party. People were like, Kenny's obviously drunk. Like, what happened? Some said that Kenny had been having an affair and that his side chick had confronted Janae at this party, that there was some blow-up fight. Seems like that's not true. May have been a blow-up fight, but not with the side chick. Eventually, though, the Love Island folks start giving us hints that it was something related to clout and later racism. Leah commented on Kenny's most recent post with Miguel saying, delete this. Delete my man off your page, you clout demon.
And then he deleted her comment and she posted another one. She said, don't delete my comment, delete my man.
Yeah. And every time someone says clout chaser, she says star, I prefer star demon. Like, she's like, no.
Yeah.
Not a clout chaser.
Right. Also, like, all of this happening while Beyond the Villa is currently airing, it makes it, like, so gross to watch because, like, the things that we learn he has been saying over the past year of their relationship, like, makes it, like, and we people have talked about like that on their season that Janae seemed more into Kenny than Kenny was into Janae, that Janae seemed like overbearing and kind of like a lot. And I think that like knowing they had been together for a year, people have kind of reconciled that of like that's just kind of like who Janae is, and like good for him.
And Kenny's just like quiet.
Right.
He's like quietly obsessed with her.
Yeah, and like good for him for not thinking his woman is too much because she's being herself.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing a lot of that again on this season of Beyond the Villa. In like the most recent episode, they want to adopt a dog, and like she's so excited, and he is like unfazed at best.
Mm-hmm.
Like he really doesn't seem into it. And then all the conversations they've been having about like moving in together, and she's like made a couple comments of like having babies, and like he just it just is sad to think like for a year he was like pretending to like her like for a year, and that it and like not even good enough to that we can now clearly clock it while we're watching.
Yeah, I obviously hate that this happened to Janae, but like for entertainment purposes, it's always so great when like these things happen right when the show is airing. Like the literal meat and potatoes of Beyond the Villa right now is starting to be Kenny and Janae, and it's like how ironic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I've always just kind of been like, I think like it's cute. Like even when he says the stuff about like kids, like she'll say something about kids and he'll be like, and like I just always thought it was like him being like cute and funny,
like, he was like letting her be silly.
Yeah.
You know?
But I did see something. I haven't confirmed this, but I saw something that said like I think maybe on the next episode, Kenny's talking about like, well, Janae refuses to leave Vegas or like won't leave Vegas or whatever, and people are like, she owns a home,
right?
In Vegas, like you're
She's
renting
from Vegas,
2 separate places across the country from each other. You're renting 1-bedroom apartments. Someone said, I don't know this, but someone said like she owns a 5-bedroom home.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, she's not leaving it. What? Yeah. But so this is where we get like the most insight. Janae's best friend, not from the show, posted on her story. She said this, quote, "My advice for women in relationships. If you have access, go through your man's phone today. Search keywords like, I don't like black women. I thought I could get more money from this. I'm faking this relationship. Going on the show would be for clout. I can't wait to be done with this so I can fuck hella bitches." End quote of Kenny's stuff. She said, "You'll thank me later. P.S. Never spare a man. Dog them out, baby girl." Yes, ma'am.
Also like keywords. Like my question is like how did she find this? Like, you know, like she obviously didn't search those sentences.
Sure.
So like how did she find it?
I don't know. I don't know if he like got a text and she opened it. I don't know. Someone said something about like his friends exposed the group chat, so I don't know if someone like told her.
Did see that. You're right.
And then she went and looked. And maybe she did know what keywords she was looking for.
Right.
But I also saw someone posted that like very similar to Ariana Madix. Someone posted like one of the stories from Kenny's phone that night. Janae like was filming it, and so they were like, Janae had possession of his phone that night, like maybe periodically. So like maybe this time she took a video, maybe this time she looked at his text, and like it could be like Ariana where she says like she just got this like feeling that she should look. Yeah. Or maybe a text popped up. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Janae saw it coming even slightly. So I don't know that she was like on the hunt for these things. Yeah. But I must say, I'm not saying for sure, but this does have me looking a little sideways at Nick. I will not lie. Protect these black women.
he's obsessed with her. That's the thing, though, is like Nick, like the way he looks at and talks about Elandria and like the attention and care he gives her is so drastically different from what Kenny has ever given Janae.
Or from
Like,
what Nick gave to Sierra. Like, we have a baseline
right,
for Nick, even.
right. And like, I think that's the thing is like, I don't ever want to like criticize someone's relationship. And so watching Janae and Kenny, specifically on their season, I don't want to be like, oh, he doesn't seem into her. Cause like,
I don't know him. I don't know how he operates.
And I think I think she is kind of silly. I think she says things that are like hyperbole.
Sure.
She loves hyperbole, and like I think he just kind of like laughs it off. But like in hindsight, now it seems like he just doesn't agree with what she's saying. And I think that like it reminds me a lot of like when Amaya and Austin were coupled up. And I think that in hindsight it looks different, but like he always has kind of like brushed her off. And I think we just chalked it up to like Janae says some silly things sometimes. Sure. Like of course he's gonna brush some of it off.
Yeah, it's true. So Janae finally broke her silence, saying, quote, "Thank you for all your love and support. As you know, Kenny and I are no longer together. Please know that I've seen all the breakup theories and none have matched up to how terrible, disgusting, and disappointing it truly is. Discovering that someone you loved isn't who you thought they were and that the relationship you thought you were building hasn't been genuine since day one has been truly devastating. Thank you for respecting my privacy, and please know, as a child of God, I will always be okay." End quote. All of her friends keep saying Nene is highly favored. She's going to be just fine. Kenny posted a response. He said, "The past few days have been incredibly difficult. Breakups are never easy, especially in the public eye. Sometimes, despite how deeply you care for someone, you come to the hard truth that the relationship was not something that could last long term. I release this chapter with no ill will, only a hope that Janae's path forward brings her nothing but happiness." And this is where folks start going in. Leah,
love the Love Island people.
I know. Leah and Serena and Janae repost this, calling him a racist and a clout chaser, or a demon, in Leah's words. Kayla and Liv jumped in to support. I believe that at this point, everyone has unfollowed Kitty, including like Connor and Rob. Leah's was my favorite. She said, "Put a sock in it, Chat GPT head ass. Tell the truth for once. Racist, clout, money hungry, and a scammer since day one."
Yeah. Have you seen the stuff about his burner account?
I have. I mean, I eventually saw like people just saying like that's not real, so I kind of started ignoring it. But yeah, I mean, I had seen.
Yeah, I've also seen people say they're not sure that it's real. So basically, like, there's an account that is now private, but it seemed to be Kenny's burner account, and he had posted, whoever had posted something on there that said like this relationship was never fake, like I did love Janae, and like blah, blah, blah. And Janae had posted something and said, "Stop posting me on your burner account." And then the account went private, but now there's a link in the bio to a YouTube video of Kenny saying that he's going to do a full story time soon to clear his name and prove that the things that Janae and her friends are saying are not true. And that he did not lie to her. He is not racist.
It's really him speaking, saying those things?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I mean,
yeah. Just awfulness. Poor girl. But it like also in hindsight on the show, Kenny is the one who's like talking to Miguel and talking to other people about like being an influencer. Like he's like, well, this is my life now. Like we're influencers now. And like, I don't know, Connor and Aaron were kind of like, that's not what like I'm doing necessarily, but like I know some of them are. I don't know. It makes sense now.
I can't.
And that's
find
probably
it
why he's like,
anymore.
I can't talk to Connor because I gotta stick by my girl, because it's like he has to stay good.
He'd be chasing her.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find it anymore, but that's what I saw. It could also be wrong.
Yeah, well, stay
You
tuned.
never know. Yeah, maybe we'll get a story time soon, he says.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
All right, guys, we did it.
Bye.
Bye.